Hey there, my friends, family, and ranch files. Doc Pierce here, and it's March the 3rd, Tuesday, 2026. And I thought I'd give you an update on the berry situation on the ranch here. Well, I've been so frustrated with growing the blueberries, and I just went out to weed them today, and around every one of them, the moles or the voles or the gophers, or whoever's out there digging every day, had just like chewed through all the roots. They were all hollow around the bottom. I don't know how many are going to make it, so pretty bummed about that. And it's been 5 years now, and I've gotten about a pint of blueberries out of the whole operation, even though I have probably 50 or 60 plants. So it's very frustrating. The climate here is tough. Blueberries are tough. These are strawberries you're looking at right now. And you can see they're starting to blossom already, which I guess is good. We still probably have another frost coming. And strawberries are another thing I'm pretty frustrated with. A friend of mine talked me out of pulling them out and selling them. So I'm going to give them one more season and see how they do, because they're not very productive either. But I have tons of strawberries. Those are all plants from runners from these guys. And they're all mixed up as far as the variety. I've probably got 4 different varieties, and they're all mixed together. I've lost track. So strawberries, that's what they are. Something new though, and this is the latest thing. This is a new cultivar berry. Common name for them is honeyberry, and they've been around probably about 10 years now. But they're not very well known, and I've never seen them commercially, like in a store or anything like that. But the bushes are more hardy than blueberry. The fruit is more abundant. They're a lot less picky with soil. Let's see, they're productive, and they're nutritionally kind of kicks blueberries' butts. So they're higher in antioxidants, and they're sweeter. The fruit looks like a elongated blueberry, maybe about an inch long. So think of an oblong blueberry, and you'll know what a honeyberry looks like. So there's a bunch of different varieties. These are all, like I say, these have been cultivars that have been bred and manipulated, not genetically modified, but just crossbred to come up with some very good varieties. And so I bought a sample pack of 6 different varieties. And I'll tell you what, if you're thinking of getting some berries, these guys right here, I'll give you the name. It's fruitbushes.com. They're right here in Oklahoma. They're only about an hour away from me. So they got shipped here almost immediately. Perfect communication. These weren't cheap, I wouldn't say. They were about $10 a piece. But he did throw in a couple of bonus plants. One of them's a Cumberland black raspberry. That stick right there. We'll see if that grows or not. But Indigo Treat, Indigo Gem, Aurora, Check 17, Beast, and Blizzard. And the ones I've heard are really the best of the best are the Aurora, the Beast, and the Blizzard. I'm not that familiar with the other ones. They're relatively new, or newer. Anyways, I thought I'd give you the update. This is step 1 in the Doc Pierce Ranch Honeyberry Empire. It all started right here, 2026. As long as we're in here, I haven't given up on blueberries yet. Here is the mister for all the blueberry cuttings from last year. And I went through and weeded most of this yesterday. And I would say a good percentage of these are still alive. They're still green, so there's hopes, but they do kick off pretty quickly. But, there must be 500 plants here probably. If I got 50 out of it, I'd be pretty happy. 10%, but we'll see. It's like everything on the ranch, we'll see. So if these honeyberries take off, I'm not going to pursue planting more blueberries. I'm going to switch over to honeyberries. But these are all really viable plants, and legacy blueberries are sought after, so every one of these I could sell without a problem. Every one that will come through. So that's kind of where we're at. You can see I haven't cleaned out the high tunnel yet. That's on the agenda. I've started a few little things, but so much to do this time of year. And I'm so lazy, low energy it seems. The garlic is still doing well, which is good. I don't know if you can see right there on top of that planter, but I set a camera up there because something was munching on my onions. They were all chewed off at the top, and I was going, what the heck? And one day I saw a mouse run through here, and I thought, it's mice. So I put out a bait station, and they have emptied that bait station 3 times and keep coming back for more. So I don't know if that poison works or what. So I set up the camera to see if I could see what was going on, and son of a gun, last night there's a rabbit running through here. I don't know how that bunny got in here with the dogs on all 4 sides, but she sure did. I'm not sure how to get rid of a rabbit, so before I plant a bunch of stuff, I'll have to make sure that that little bunny's gone. I set some traps last night for the mice, but there's so much food around here, I don't think they're interested. Let's see here, what do we got? We've got some 2 different types of mint, peppermint, spearmint coming back. That raspberry's coming back right there. Maple tree's coming back. That's oregano. And I forget what that one is. Memory's a terrible thing. This blueberries hasn't started coming back yet, but it still looks green, so high hopes. My asparagus, one came back and one hasn't yet. I have to find a place to make an asparagus bed. You need a lot of space for asparagus. And that's one of the projects on the list, just haven't gotten around to. Anyways, garlic's looking good. Tomatoes are kind of past their prime. What's on the docket this week too is I've got to get this pawpaw tree right here, that long one right there. Got to get this into the ground. Hopefully this will still alive. And I've got 3 or 4 other ones that I got to get in the ground this time. And let's see what's going on with this. This cherry tree stock is coming back. I'm gonna graft probably some Bing cherries or some Montgomery cherries. I don't know what. I've got a couple to choose from. That one's coming back. This one I don't know. Still looks good, maybe. This is another cherry rootstock. The graft died. All right, guys. That's all that's going on. Just thought I'd check in with a berry update. There's the king bee beast. Hello, bee. She sleeps all day so she can bark at my window all night. All right, guys. Much love and many blessings. Doc out.